Hello everyone, this is the video number 15 of physics for chapter number 4. In previous video we have studied the magnetic moment of the current, also magnetic moment of the electron that is revolving around the nucleus. In today's video we will see the last topic of the chapter number 4, that is galvanometer. Important topic. Galvanometer is working on the principle of torque acting on the loop in uniform magnetic field. So we will first see construction and working of galvanometer, and also in that portion we will include the principle of galvanometer. Now this is the construction of galvanometer. In galvanometer there are two magnets, magnet 1, magnet 2. This magnet 1 has north pole around this loop, and this magnet has south pole around the loop. This is the one soft iron core. This is one soft iron core. That is wounded circular or round soft iron core. Why it is placed? See, here there are two magnets, so in between these two magnets there will be magnetic field. So in this magnetic field, if there will be soft iron core, then on it some torque will generate, and that torque is given by, we know that torque is given by NIAB. Actually you know that NIA cross B, but here the direction of area and direction of B, it's perpendicular. This direction of B, direction of magnetic field, is radial. So area and magnetic field is perpendicular to each other. So torque acting on this radial soft iron core, and so that torque acting on this loop, torque acting on this loop is given by torque tau is equals to NIAB. This is the torque acting on loop. So on this loop there will act some torque, and due to torque this circular loop will rotate. Now in center there is spring, or like spring there will be some another device, but consider here there is spring. Now if this circular soft iron core will rotate in this manner, then we can say that this spring will also rotate or move in this direction. Now you know that if you wound the spring in one direction and if you release it, then spring will be again in its original shape, due to elasticity. So here also, due to torque, this spring and this loop will rotate in one direction, but after releasing torque, this spring will back again to its original position, and when it is coming to its original position, then torque acting, that is called restoring torque, and that restoring torque will given by tau is equals to k phi, where k is stiffness constant or spring constant, and phi is the deflection of spring, and that deflection of spring we can measure on this scale. This is pointer. By pointer we can measure the deflection on scale, and we can calibrate this scale to measure the current. So ultimately use of galvanometer is to measure the current or to measure the potential difference, but mainly it is used to measure the current. Now we can say that the torque acting on loop will be is equals to the restoring torque. So comparing this both equation, we can say that NIAB is equals to k phi. So we can say that phi is equals to NAB upon k into I. So you can say that phi proportional to I. This is the principle of galvanometer. Phi is the deflection of pointer, so the deflection of this pointer is proportional to the current flowing is proportional to the current flowing from this circular coil. Okay, so if from this circular coil, if current will flow, then on it torque will generate, that will be is equals to NIAB. Because of that torque, this spring will rotate. Okay, and after that rotation, this spring will be back to its original position, and for that restoring torque will be there, that is the K phi. Now compare both. We are reaching the conclusion that deflection, angular deflection, proportional to the current flowing I. So this is the principle of galvanometer. Okay, now we will see working of galvanometer. Main use of galvanometer is to find out the or to measure the current flowing from the galvanometer. Okay, so suppose first of all, what is the need of galvanometer? So see, need of galvanometer. This is one circuit. Battery of potential V, resistance R, current flowing is I. Now we want to suppose find out the current, measure the current. Then we can say that I is equals to V upon R. We want to measure this current. To measure this current, we will use galvanometer. Now we want to use the galvanometer. So we will put one galvanometer in this circuit. Galvanometer is given by symbol G. Again battery of potential V, resistance R. This galvanometer has suppose resistance capital G. This galvanometer has its own resistance, that is the capital G. Now again there will be current flowing I. Now we want to measure the current I, that is the V upon R. But here see, current will be is equals to potential upon resistance, that will be V upon R plus G. So actually we wanted to measure the current I, that is V upon R, but by connecting galvanometer we can measure the current I is equals to V upon R plus V. So actually the current is changed. Okay, that current that we want to measure out, that current is changed. Okay, so we can not use this galvanometer directly to measure the current. Okay, remember, we can't use galvanometer like this to measure the current due to this reason. What is the reason? Reason is actually we want to measure the current I is equals to V upon R, but by connecting galvanometer the current is changing, that is becoming I dash, that is the V upon R plus G. So current is changing, current itself is changing. Okay, so current is changing, the value of current is changing, so we can't use this galvanometer. Another reason that we can't use this galvanometer directly to measure the current, that is the, now if this potential V is very much high, then current will also very much high. Then in that case all the current will flow from this galvanometer, and the current is suppose greater than the capacity of galvanometer, then galvanometer will be destroyed, galvanometer will be burnt out. Okay, so we can't use galvanometer directly as ammeter or to find out the current. Okay, so you can ask this question. The question is, why galvanometer can't be used directly as ammeter or current measuring device. Actually ammeter is current measuring device, so directly as ammeter or as current measuring device. So reason is, first reason actually you will explain in detail, but I am giving only brief detail. That is, the first reason is current is changing. Actually we want to measure the current I is equals to V upon R, but by connecting galvanometer current is becoming I is equals to V upon R plus G. Second reason. galvanometer has one capacity. Suppose galvanometer has resistance G, then it has current capacity Ig. Then we can say that this galvanometer can't measure the current that will be greater than Ig. Okay, so it can't measure current that is the greater than Ig. Third reason, if current is very much high, or we can say that very high than Ig, then galvanometer will be destroyed. Okay, so due to these three reasons, galvanometer can't be used directly as ammeter. We have to convert the galvanometer into ammeter. Now, how we will convert? See, now we will see how we can convert this galvanometer into ammeter. Okay, so you can ask the question that explain how you can convert the galvanometer into ammeter. So now we will see convert galvanometer into ammeter. See, now we will solve these three reasons, these three problems. If we can solve these three problems, then we can use galvanometer as ammeter. So this is the circuit in which we want to find out the current. The current flowing is I. See, how can we convert? To use galvanometer as like this. This is galvanometer, and with galvanometer in parallel connection, use one small resistance. Okay, see, we have used here galvanometer, and with galvanometer in parallel connection, connect one small resistance, that is S, and S is called shunt. Shunt is very much small resistance. See here, what is the current? I is equals to V upon R. Now here, what will be the current? I is equals to V upon R plus, suppose this is the combination, the equivalent resistance of this G and S is R dash. So we can say that R dash, but R dash is equals to this G and S are in parallel connection. So we can say that R dash is equals to, actually you know that equation na, okay, 1 upon R dash is equals to 1 upon G plus 1 upon S. Okay, so based on that, R dash is equals to GS upon G plus S. So put that value R dash here. So I is equals to V upon R plus GS upon G plus S. But this G is very much greater than S. Shunt is very much small resistance. Okay, this shunt is very much small resistance. So we can say that G is very much greater than S. So neglect the value of S with respect to G. So we can say that I is equals to V upon R plus GS upon G. Now G and G is cancelled. So V upon R plus S. Again neglect this S. So I is equals to actually V upon R. Now see, we want to measure the current I is equals to V upon R, and by connecting small resistance into parallel connection, the final current is also I is equals to V upon R. Okay, so our first problem is solved. Okay, now what is the second problem? That is the destruction of galvanometer. See here, if this potential of battery is very much high, then this current will also very much high. But current but most of the current will pass from this shunt because this is very much small resistance. So from this I, only Ig current will pass from the galvanometer and Is current will be passed from the shunt, and this Is will be very much greater than Ig because this S is very much small resistance. Okay, so from this galvanometer no more or no most current will pass, so galvanometer destruction will now problem. Okay, so second problem is also solved. Third problem, that is the range of galvanometer was very short. Here range of galvanometer is also can be increased by the smallering the value of shunt. Okay, so all three problems are solving by connecting the shunt with galvanometer in parallel connection. So this is the actually called ammeter. This whole construction, this whole circuit is called ammeter. Okay, so this is the conversion of galvanometer into ammeter. Now what will be the formula of shunt for that? See, shunt. Again, suppose I am drawing this circuit, only this circuit, galvanometer G and shunt S. See, total current passing is I, but only Ig current is passing from the galvanometer, and this Is current is passing from the shunt. What will be the value of Is? That is the I minus Ig actually. Okay, now apply, suppose is A, B, C, D. Now apply the Kirchhoff's second rule on this loop ABCD. Okay, Kirchhoff's second rule on this loop ABCD. Now what is the Kirchhoff's second rule? Suppose we are going in this direction, then this Ig is in reverse direction, so Ig will be plus, so plus Igg. Okay, now going in this direction, so in the direction of current, so minus Iss is equals to 0. Okay, now make the subject S, so S is equals to Igg upon Is. So Igg upon Is is actually I minus Ig. This is the formula of the shunt. So you can ask MCQ or numerical like this, that if you are given the galvanometer with some resistance, that means capital G is given, we want to measure the some current, that is I, we want to measure the current I, and the range of galvanometer is some, that will be given Ig. So find out the shunt so that it can measure the current I. So you are asked to find out the shunt, so put the value of Ig, G, okay, and I, then you will find the value of shunt. Okay, so this is the conversion of galvanometer into ammeter. Like this also you can convert this galvanometer into voltmeter. Okay, to convert galvanometer into voltmeter, one big resistance, one high resistance is connected with galvanometer in series connection. Okay, remember this difference. To make ammeter, connect the shunt, that is very much small resistance, in parallel connection with galvanometer, whereas to make voltmeter, connect one high resistance in series with galvanometer. Okay, so you can make the voltmeter. So that is given in book. Then you can also find out the sensitivity of current for the ammeter and sensitivity of voltage for the voltmeter. That formula is also given in your book, so you can do it. And also numerical of this topic is also given in exercise, that is the 4.10. okay, for sensitivity, so you can also do that. Okay, so here chapter is completed. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, thank you.